Hey guys, Frost here, welcome back. This is the part 3 of the series Items Changed. As you know by now, a lot of items from level 1 to 60, especially from dungeons, will get their stats modified, improved, and I thought this information will help you if you plan to level a new character, help you get faster to level 60, and get just in time there to the Dark Portal to pass with your new Blood Elf, Shaman, or whatever you choose to level through the Dark Portal. Previously, we covered the dungeons from Ragefire Chasm to all the way to Sunken Temple. You guys left a lot of feedback on those videos, and I thought you guys really enjoyed this type of informative content. So I think without further ado, let's do the remaining dungeons, and we're gonna start with Black Rock Depths. Now in Black Rock Depths, there are a lot of items that get modified, especially the ones from Arena, and some of them will be a bit weird as we start with the Earth Slag Shoulders, which I used to have them on my Paladin. Strength, Intellect, and Stamina, 9 spell power will now get changed to... The Intellect will get removed and they will receive critical strike rating by 13. A weird change as those shoulders were added in a later patch and Paladins were benefiting from them, but what can we do? Now they have critical strike rating. Moving on, the Earth Railed Sphere, which used to have 14 Intellect, 5 Spirit, 3 Stamina, now will have 5 Intellect, 3 Stamina, and 16 Spell Power, which is quite great. I think this was going to be a new best in slot for Twinking at the 49 bracket. Good luck for those who try to do that. Graveroot Cape, the Spirit gets converted into 12 attack power, nothing great. The whole set of Savage Gladiator armor gets changed. Mostly their strength gets converted into attack power. So 10 strength here on the boots get converted into 20 attack power. Splint Hide Shoulders, which used to have a strength, spell power, and intellect, now will have 11 strength, 10 agility, 10 stamina, and 8 hit rating, which is about 1% at level 60. Not bad. Now you don't have to run UBRS as a freebie for but as you see later, we'll have other shoulders too. Rubicund Arm Guards will now have, instead of 14 stamina, 8 agility, will have 8 stamina, 14 agility. Savage Gladiator Grips will receive an extra 10 attack power, but will get their strength removed. Dragmetal Shoulder Pads, pretty useless in the past pair of shoulders, now will have 6 stamina, 15 intellect, 22 damage in healing, and 2 MP5. Lucky Shamans. Entrenching Boots gets modified as well. Now they have a hit rating by 8, 11 strength, and 10 agility. Stonewall Girdle, 12 stamina. Now it will have 12 stamina and an extra 5 defense rating. Savage Gladiator Chain, a very iconic item. Their strength gets converted into 26 attack power. Basically the same stats, only the strength gets converted into 26 attack power. And I think some of the reason why most of those items get modified like this with attack power is because hunters no longer 1 agility gives 2 ranged attack power. Now 1 agility will give 1 attack power. That's why a lot of hunter items will get their agility converted into attack power. Savage Gladiator Greaves gets the same treatment. Strength gets into 20 attack power. And the gloves as well get an extra 10 attack power, but strength gets removed. The helmet, however, from 28 stamina, 12 agility, will now have 12 stamina, 28 agility. The pants from Savage Gladiator chest will get now 24 attack power, which the 12 strength gets converted into attack power. Spider Fang Carapace, which used to be another Paladin chest, pretty good for Paladins, now will no longer have intellect and spell power, will have a hit rating 13, which at that level is quite nice. The band from Arena will also receive a 4 spell hit rating, which is going to be the strength from it converted, making it a decent level 49 ring. Probably good for Twinks. It has 7 stamina, 8 intellect, 4 spirit. Pretty good for Twinks, I would say, in the level 49 bracket. The Houndmaster Bow and the Houndmaster Rifle get their boost in damage, as all the other guns in the game get. They still are not that great. The Flame Strider Robes, which used to have 20 spell power, gets an extra 10 spell hit rating, which at level 48 it's a lot. The Searing Scale leggings now will be 13 intellect, 13 stamina, 20 attack power, and 4 MP5, which at that level seems to be way better than they used to be. As you noticed, a lot of items that were considered quite useless in the past now become great for leveling. Kindling Stave from the same guy which drops the previous robe used to have a 10 fire resistance, 1% critical strike. Now it has a 15 spell power added to it and the fire resistance removed. Another interesting item, and I think it might be very good for the 48 twin bracket. A Dark Iron Ring and Fire Opal Necklace will receive an extra 9 stamina. The rarity for green to blue changed, and random enchantments probably will have higher numbers as well. Chill Steel Girdle, which used to be very useful, now will have a 7 intellect, 44 healing done by magical spells and effect, and 4 MP5. So this belt, you can even carry it with you. If you level a shaman, you can carry this belt with you in the previous shoulders all the way to Hellfire Peninsula and start healing those ramparts and Blood Furnace. If you want to go straight into dungeons and grind better gear, this gear will help you there. In our previous episodes, you saw that there were other healing items in Mara and Sunken Temple. Some of them are better than tier set. I'm talking about tier 1 and potentially tier 2 with the amount of healing and MP5 they have on them. Pretty nice, and this is quite easy to acquire. Verek's Leash, a belt with weird stats, now will get converted from damage and healing to 8 agility, 8 stamina, 8 intellect, and 24 attack power and 3 mana per 5 seconds. Weird itemization. I would assume it's for hunters. The Chief Architect's Monocle, 27 intellect, 10 stamina, 3 spirit, will now have 15 intellect, 10 stamina, and 21 critical strike rating. It's not good for twinks as it requires level 50, but if you don't have a good helmet as an upgrade, you can use it. Foreman's Head Protector from the same boss used to be great for paladins. Damage and healing up to 13, 15 strength, intellect. Now will have a... In my opinion, their stats get worse. It's 15 strength, 17 agility, 14 stamina. It became a warrior item now. Lead Servier's Mantle, which used to have 15 healing done by magical spells in effect. Now we'll have an extra 3 MP5. The spirits get converted into MP5. Nothing great on this item. Incendic Racers will get 9 stamina and they will become blue. Sash of the Burning Heart. This one used to be only a fire belt, fire spell power up to 14. Now we'll have 12 damage and healing, plus an extra 10 critical strike rating. Their spirit gets removed too. A great sash for mage, for warlocks, for boomkins, or even paladins that want a extra spell power to, I don't know, do Zul'Farrak Graveyard. War Strife Leggings, which used to have 6 strength, 12 stamina, 6 agility, and 2% dodge chance. I actually have those pants on my rogue right now, my fresh level 60 rogue. Will get converted into 24 agility, 9 strength, 12 stamina. Not bad for level 53 item. I think I'm gonna keep them all the way through the Dark Portal. Why not? They're still pretty decent. Coal Miner's Boots, which had a 17 stamina, 9 strength, 10 fire resistance, now will have 17 agility, 9 stamina, 10 strength. Circle of Flame, this is the epic from Ambassador Flamelash, I think. I used to have 20 stamina, 15 fire resistance, and channel 75 health into mana every 1 second. Now we'll have an extra 18 spell power and the fire resist removed. This is quite useful in a way or another. It's like a life tap for mages. 75 mana into health into mana. Oh, it's like a 750. Okay. This would be good for farming slave pens, but yeah, I'm not gonna farm it now. Cape of the Fire Salamander, pretty useless in the past, pretty useless right now. Molten Fists, 11 intellect, stamina, and agility will now have an extra 20 attack power, which gets converted from the fire resistance it used to have. Great hunter item or shaman. Magma Stone will now be a useful offhand as well. the fire resistance gets converted into 18 spell power. Libram of Truth, for paladins, increases the armor from your devotion aura by 55. Now will be doubled to 110. So I think it will be nice as a paladin to get this one and have it in your backpack. If you're in the tank group and you use devotion aura, maybe can get useful sometime. Lava Stone Hammer will now be no longer with spell power, and it will have more strength and critical strike rating by 17, which for level 53 it's quite a great two-hander. The bow and the gun skills, as you can see on this belt, the Sash of the Grand Hunt, will now become like hit rating. And all of the items that used to have bow skills or weapon skill in general will now have either hit rating, either expertise rating. So keep that in mind. Emperor Seal will now have an extra 9 stamina plus the random enchantment. High Priestess Boots will have from 20 stamina and 10 shadow resistance will now have 22 healing done by magical spells and effects. That's it with the Blackrock Depths changes. We're gonna move on towards the lower Blackrock Spire, where we start with the Butcher's Apron, which had 7 stamina, 16 spirit. Now we'll have 7 stamina and improved critical strike rating by 16. Overseer Tower Boots from 13 intellect, 13 spirit, and 13 stamina. Now we'll have an extra... Actually, their spirit will get converted into 13 spell critical strike rating. Magus Ring will have a spell critical strike rating as well. I think they got lazy towards the last dungeons here. All of them get their spirit removed and converted to a different stats. Globe of the Sack will be an offhand with critical strike rating now, and stamina and intellect. Demonic Rune Shoulders, which used to have 14 intellect, 12 stamina, and 12 strength. This is interesting. Will now have 12 stamina, 12 agility, and hit rating by 14, which is a lot. At level 60 to like 1.5 or somewhere in that range. Pretty nice shoulders. Now, if you don't have to farm your True Strike Mantle anymore, you can get these shoulders. Funeral Cuffs, 14 intellect, 5 spirit, 10 shadow resistance. Now we'll have damage and healing done by magical spells and effect up to 12. True Aim Gauntlets, and here we have like 8 bows, 8 crossbows, and 8 guns, plus 1% crit. Now we'll have hit rating by 10 instead of those stats, and a bit of critical strike rating extra for the gauntlets. Rip Hook, just like the other guns and bows, will get the boost, 8 damage per second. Nothing huge. Black Crow the same, will get from 30 to 38.8 damage per second. Pretty good item if you want to bring it into... If you ask me if you want to bring it into the Dark Portal. I mean, it's a level 54 gun. It has hit, a bit of agility. Either a rogue or even a hunter. You can just go with it through the Dark Portal. It's gonna definitely help you level until you get a new upgrade. The Beaststalker items drop, a lot of them. And from the dungeon sets, the only items that I noticed that got changed were the entire dungeon set for hunters, the Beaststalker. So the belt... bracers and boots receive extra attack power. Some of them get their agility modified, but their attack power increased by a lot. Then we have the helmet, gloves, and shoulders, which also get modified. The helmet gets an extra 26 attack power. However, the agility gets reduced by 7. The gloves get an extra 18 attack power. However, the agility gets reduced by 4. And the shoulders get an extra 14 attack power, but the agility gets removed by 3. The pants, the tunic also get a boost. The pants will have now 34 attack power, agility reduced by 8, and the tunic will have an extra 28 attack power, but agility reduced by 7. The whole set gets modified. However, this you can use by Shaman as well, I would say. A lot of stats, but yeah. One of the items that get changed is the Flight Blade Throwing Axe, which I have in my bank. Now we'll have a 2.2 speed, a thrown with 6 agility, 5 stamina, and 12 attack power. Pretty nice. I have those on my bank for my rogue. The Bacchusarian Gauntlets, which used to have 9 strength, 9 intellect, 15 stamina, and 4 MP5, now will have 15 strength, 15 stamina, and 9 hit rating. The Sunderseer Mantle, which used to have 8 spell power, now will have 20 spell power but a bit of intellect reduced. Demon Skin Gloves with 17 spirit, 9 stamina, 9 intellect, now will have 9 stamina, 9 intellect, and 20 spell power. This is it for Lower Blackrock Spire. Let's move to the next dungeon. And the next one, it's Upper Blackrock Spire. The first boss used to drop a pretty useless necklace, which had 8 stamina, 5 spirit, 7 resistance. Now it has critical strike rating by 14 and hit instead of fire resistance, making it a bit more useful. The Night Brace Tunic from the boss that no one ever does will now have 50 attack power and an extra 5 hit rating, plus their agility gets modified from 5 to 15, making it quite nice chest. That's Feather Sash, which used to have 9 spell power, 18 stamina, 18 intellect, and stamina, now will have 10 intellect, 8 stamina, and 21 spell power. Serpentine Scholar, a wand, now will have a hit 10, which is a lot for a caster at level 51. Pretty nice. Starfire Tiara from 10 fire resistance gets modified to 22 healing. Flame Walker Boots, which used to have stamina, fire resistance, and dodge, now will have 18 agility and 24 attack power. Warmaster Legards, which used to have 2% dodge, 13 strength, 15 stamina, now will have 2% crit, almost 2% at level 60. It's 24 critical strike rating. Blood Moon Cloak, pretty useless cloak, now will have intellect, stamina, and spell critical strike rating. Frostweaver Cape, from having intellect, spirit, and frost resistance, now will have a spell hit 10 as well. It's gonna be way easier to get hit cap, that's for sure. Black Mist Arm Guards from stamina, strength, and hit chance will now have stamina, strength, agility, and hit rating by 10. Pretty good bracers. Blade Master Leggings, which I kind of had them and destroyed them, from 5 agility, crit, hit, and dodge, now has 24 agility, 5 stamina, crit by 14, and hit by 10. I kind of had those and sold them, but now they're pretty good. So if you run a couple of UBRS, a lot of items are buffed. 3 Stam Legards, which used to have 13 stamina, 34 attack power, and dodge by 2 as well, now will have 24 agility and 34 attack power. And this is it, Upper Blackrock Spire. Moving on to DM. DM has a couple of items changed, and of course the Marksman Bands, which had 12 agility and bow skill, now will have 12 agility and 10 hit rating. Those are BOEs. Probably if you want to buy a pair of them now for your hunter or something, you can get them from the auction house. A couple of guns get changed and bows. Unsophisticated hand cannon, it still remains like green, but damage per second gets improved. And Mugger's Belt, which used to be the belt with 5 daggers and 16 stamina, now will have expertise rating. And there we go. The hunter items get hit, and other items which had dagger and sword will get now expertise rating. And at level 57, that's 5 expertise, 12 expertise rating. Stone Shatterer now will have, instead of, well, the stats increased. It's from 30 to 40 damage per second, 290 crossbow. Now will have critical strike rating by 11. Distracting Dagger will now have expertise rating as well. From 6 daggers, now will have 14 expertise rating, which at level 67 is 6. 57 is 6 expertise. That's all the changes into DM. We still have Stratholme. A couple of items changed there as well. From Cannon Master, a gun goes from 31 damage per second to 39. The portable howitzer, just like all the other guns, of course. Death Grips, which used to be very good for warriors with immune to disarm gauntlets. I still have those on my warrior in the bank. They're no longer immune to disarm. What happens is that disarm duration reduced by 50%. So this is a huge nerf for those people who are hoping that they will carry those items with them into TBC. Idol of Brutality, which used to reduce the cost of the maul and swipe by 3. Now will have increases the damage dealt by your maul ability by 50. and swipe ability by 10. Pretty nice idol. I think it drops from Magister in Stratholme. Screeching Bow gets an extra 9 damage per second. Carapatch Spine Crossbone gets an extra 9 damage per second. Nothing else changed, no speed, no nothing. And the last item that I want to talk in Scholomance, there's pretty much nothing changing. Just the Ancient Bone Bow, which gets another extra 8 damage per second or 9 damage per second. Now, this is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. There are other items changing from raids and so on. You'll see through pre-patch if you inspect people. Some of the items from raid gets changed as well. Mostly hunter items or items that hunter can wear, but that doesn't mean, for example, the ring, the agility ring from AQ40 that you get from Reputation from Brood of the Stratholme will no longer have 24 agility, 10 stamina, 1% hit. It will have 18 agility or something and an extra 20 or 30 attack power. So the same for the Crypt Stalker ring, which had 30 agility, now will have 20 agility, 40 attack power and MP5. And look for hunter items. That's mostly what's going to change, as the hunter no longer will benefit from agility with 2 ranged attack power. It will only get 1 with 1. So that's why they have extra attack power on the gear. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this series, and until next time, stay frosty.